Meet Adrian.
And meet Brittany. Like you, we are teachers of the future.
This is our philosophy assignment that describes the social studies teachers we aspire to be.
Our grade and unit focus is Grade 4, Strand A, Heritage and Identity, Medieval Times.
This is our classroom. The front of the class is lined with bookshelves filled with fictional and non-fictional books.
The book stand at the front will be filled with books that are about medieval times for easy access and reference.
The beanbag chair is there for students to relax on while they read, or for any student with exceptionalities or not to take a break from the classroom environment.
The clothes stand at the front will be filled with costumes from the medieval times for when we incorporate drama into our lessons.
There is a computer in the classroom for students to have easy access to the internet to be able to research information for certain projects.
The desks are in groups of 4 to promote inquiring minds and group work.
The students' desks are in a U shape to promote a comfortable environment and inclusion.
The rug in the middle of the classroom will be used for students to congregate at the front and listen to lessons, as well as watching videos on the projector.
The kidney table is where the teacher will sit most of the time to promote inclusion in an environment where students are able to sit with the teacher and ask questions at any time.
The easel will have the day's learning goals and success criteria so students know what is expected of them for the day.
The classroom would be decorated with shields students created in an art class cross-curricularly. Students will be allowed to decorate the classroom as they wish while learning about medieval times.
The specific inquiry skills we will emphasize in our teaching are formulating questions, interpret and analyze, and communicating findings.
For formulating questions, students will be posed with a variety of questions throughout the medieval times unit, such as, what did people in the medieval times wear? What was transportation like in the medieval times? Students will be given opportunities to use the computers in the classroom. For interpret and analyze, students will be asked to interpret and analyze the information they are finding on the internet or through books they read to determine an answer to their inquiry question. For communicate, students will then be asked to communicate their findings to the class. This can be done using a poster, PowerPoint, a form of art piece, a dramatic skit, etc.
In relation to a specific lesson, we would ask students to formulate questions on a specific social class. What did they eat? What did they wear? What was their living situation like? And then interpret and analyze the information they are finding on the internet and determine an answer to their inquiry question. Students will be then asked to communicate their findings. We can integrate social studies with other subjects such as language, drama, math, and art. For language, students could be asked to write a letter using the voice of a specific social class. For example, students could write a letter from the voice of a peasant or a king. The voice of a king versus the voice of a peasant would be very different. The king's voice would be very powerful, where the peasant's might be sad or frustrated.
And students could be asked to write a letter from the point of view of a specific social class. For example, students could write a letter from the point of view of a peasant or a king.
As well, students would be asked to write a persuasive essay on why you would want to live in the medieval times. There would also need to be a lesson on what persuasive word choice is.
For drama, students will be asked to come up with a skit on the feudal system with proper costumes. Also, students can use drama as a way of communicating their findings from their inquiry projects.
For math, students will separate into different social classes. They can make a tally chart or bar graph to show how many people are in each social class.
For art, students can use art as a way of communicating their findings from their inquiry projects. As well, students will be using art to decorate the classroom for the medieval unit, and students will be making their own shields as a medieval art project.
At the end of the medieval unit, we would go on a field trip to medieval times in Toronto. Huzzah!
Thank you for listening.